Hi there. Have you ever thought about creating a conversational AI agent so that I can have a very interactive session with the AI agent, whether I am learning a new language, having a mini therapy session, or intensive learning session? Now, you might think, well, you could just use ChatGPT. You are right. Only that it doesn't allow for a lot of customization. For example, what if I want the conversational agent to pull search results from Perplexity where I want more credible information? So today I'm sharing this solution I found to be very easy to build, even if you have never coded before. I'm going to use a tool called 11 Labs and NAN. Let's get started. So first, let's go to 11labs.io and click on sign up to create an account. Then you'll be on this page. Now, today we are going to create an 11 Labs agent. So go here and choose Agents platform. And here, click on Agents and then create a new agent here. We can choose blank agent. Give it a name. I'm just gonna say NAN test 1. We do want audio to be processed, so don't change anything here. And then click on Create Agent. Now here is the agent setup page. Agent language, obviously choose the one you want. And the agent first message is, hello, how can I help you today? Which is by default. You can change that if you want something different. Now, we're going to create a system prompt slightly later. Let's scroll down under Tools. Now, I do want to give the agent the ability to end the call so we don't end up in endless cycles. Enable here. And really importantly, we will design a custom tool here. So this 11 Labs agent can talk to our NAN workflow later. So let's click on Add Tool and let's select Add Webhook Tool. I'm just going to say NAN test 1, a tool to gather credible information for the user. Now, the method is post. URL here. Now, let's open NAN, start a new workflow. First, let's find the webhook trigger, like webhook. Now, here under test URL, just copy this one. Let's go back to the 11 Labs agent setup page and just paste in that URL. Under response timeout, let's make sure to give it enough time, all the way to 120 seconds. Usually does not take that long, but just in case, we can leave everything else as it is. And very importantly, we have to set up the header. Some other YouTube tutorials, many have skipped this step, but I found it usually does not work very well if you skip the header definition here. So click on Add Header. Under Type, select Value, and name, enter content type. Well, you can see this suggestion here because I have created agents in the past and used the exact same setup. And under value, again, there's application/JSON because I've set it up in the past. For you, you can just type the words in. Make sure it's applications/JSON. The last part we need to set up is under body parameters. So here I said extract search query the user is looking to find more information on. Under data type, string is great. Identifier, I usually say search query, and this has to be required. Now this is like we're naming a variable parsed to the NAN workflow. And under description, I can just say user search content, and then just click on Add Tool. So see here under custom tools, we have NAN test 1 webhook tool created. All right, let's scroll up because we haven't defined the system prompt yet. See, what's really convenient here is you can just describe in general what you want this agent to do, and it can generate a comprehensive system prompt for us. You see, a very helpful and patient agent that helps answer user questions by finding relevant and credible information using the NAN test 1 tool. Okay, and then just click on this button. Okay, it's a pretty lean system prompt. All right, and under LLMs, for a first test model, I think it's perfectly fine to use the Gemini Flash Lite model. And you can feel free to switch it up and test which one is best for your specific purpose. And temperature here, if you want it to be more creative, and you can just turn it up. But here, for my purpose, I want some specific research facts, then I don't need that much creativity. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to click on Save. Now we are ready to test AI agent. And before we do the test, make sure you go to your NAN setup, you go to your webhook parameters and change the HTTP method from GET to POST so that it's consistent with the setup in the 11 Labs agent. And then save here. And let's turn this one on so it's listening. And click on Test Agent in 11 Labs. Call AI agent.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hey, can you find me comparisons of living in New York City and San Francisco, please?
I can certainly help you with that. To provide you with the most relevant information, could you clarify what aspects of living costs you're most interested in? For example, are you primarily concerned with housing, transportation?
Yes, let's focus on housing costs, please. Please find the most recent data in the last 2 years.
I am searching for the most recent data on housing cost comparisons between New York City and San Francisco. I will provide you with the information as soon as I have it.
Okay, so we just tested the first node. We see the green check here. That just means 11 Labs agent passed info successfully to this webhook. Let's open it. And here, under search query, housing cost comparison New York City versus San Francisco last 2 years. That is very correct. Perfect. Now, we're ready to set up the rest of the NAN workflow. So since today it's a very simple demo, I'm just going to share the most straightforward solution, but you are welcome to add anything you think are really crucial to you. At the very minimum, we do want to add a Perplexity tool here directly after the webhook. Now remember, the 11 Labs agent is already an AI agent itself. It's using a smart large language model of your choice. And so there's no need to add another AI agent node unless you have something specific that you know 11 Labs agent cannot do. All right, then case in point, I do want this agent to have access to Perplexity. So the agent can have access to credible information instead of just generic web search where I cannot evaluate. So here I'm just going to add a Perplexity tool, double click. Now, once again, if it's your first time using Perplexity, you will have to click on Create New Credential and add your API key here. It's really straightforward. Now, I'm going to choose model to be Sonar and text here. I'm just going to drag the search query to this box. For the specific purpose of this workflow, I am going to choose Simplify Output. And let's execute step. All right, we have a list of citations and also a message summarizing everything here. Perfect. We're ready to add the next step, which is the last step. The last step is respond to webhook. So that way we can send the message back to our 11 Labs agent. Now here, I don't want to choose all incoming items because in the specific workflow, I do not need the agent to know every single citation links. So I'm just gonna choose text and response body. I'm gonna drag message, perfect. So here it says to avoid unexpected behavior, add a content type response header with the appropriate value. Remember, we also set this one up in the 11 Labs agent, so it's a good suggestion. Let's click on Add Options, Response Headers, then Add Response Headers. Do you remember content type? And what is the value? It's application/JSON, all right? Then let's make sure to click on Save. And let's do the 11 Labs agent testing again. Let's first activate this workflow by click on this button here. And really importantly, we need to go to Webhook. Now this time, let's use production URL, copy here, and go back to the 11 Labs agent here and go to Custom Tools, double click, and just replace the URL with the production URL and click on Save. Really importantly, we have to go back to the Webhook node. Then here, under respond, we have to change it from immediately to using respond to webhook node, okay? And then click on save. Then let's activate this workflow. Now let's do another test.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hey, I'm deciding if I should have a daily morning habit of drinking tea or coffee. Can you find credible sources of information to help me decide?
I can certainly help you with that. To give you the best information, could you tell me a bit more about what you're looking for? For example, are you interested in the health benefits, the potential downsides, or something else?
Health benefits, please.
Okay, I can search for information on the health benefits of drinking tea and coffee. Please give me a moment while I gather that information for you. Tea, especially green and black tea, is rich in antioxidants and has been linked to improved cardiovascular health, lower cholesterol and blood sugar, and potential cancer prevention. Coffee is associated with improved overall health and longevity, a lower risk of type 2 diabetes, and protection against neurodegenerative diseases. It may also reduce the risk of certain cancers and provide cardiovascular benefits. To help you decide, consider your personal preferences and any specific health concerns you may have. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Have a great day.
Okay, then it ended the call automatically after that. That's pretty natural. I also checked in the end-to-end workflow. It did go through the entire webhook, Perplexity, and respond to webhook link, because after I opened this one, I did see that Perplexity outputs on drinking coffee versus tea benefits based on these 11 citations. Pretty impressive. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's conversational AI agent tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to share your feedback or suggestions for new content. And if you're interested in learning more in the end workflows, you might be interested in watching these two videos. See you next time.